A powerful Igbo king stood up, looked straight at President Tinubu and said, "Release Nnamdi Kanu or return him to Kenya." This man said this not in private. He said it not behind closed doors, but publicly in Abuja before the whole nation. And what this moment reveals about Nigeria should worry every single citizen. Let's be clear. This was not just a traditional ruler speaking. This was a symbolic confrontation between a region that feels unheard and a federal government under pressure to maintain authority. The king wasn't whispering. He was sending a clear message that echoed far beyond the walls of that hall in Abuja. In Nigeria, traditional rulers rarely challenge presidents openly. When they do, it means one thing: a political issue has reached maximum boiling point. We saw this before during the Niger Delta militancy. We also saw this during the Sharia crisis era. We saw this during the many killings in Benue State. Traditional rulers only step in publicly when their communities feel government is no longer listening. And that is the first major signal from this confrontation of this Igbo king. Now, let's break down the core conflict. Number one, let's look at the government's position. The government says Nnamdi Kanu is facing legal charges related to terrorism. So, the government argues that Nnamdi Kanu's case is a judicial matter. The government says that the courts must decide. And legally, this position of the government is correct. But then, the Igbo leaders' position is this. They see it differently. To them, this is not just a legal and judicial matter. To the Igbo leaders, it is a political crisis, a unity issue, a security problem. Because whether we like it or not, they say Kanu's continued detention has become a powerful symbol for the Southeasterners. Look at what has happened in the Southeast since his arrest. Number one, you have weekly sit-at-home orders where billions are lost in economic activity. Number two, you have youth radicalization. Number three, you have rising tension with security forces. And many of the Southeastern leaders believe keeping Nnamdi Kanu detained fuels agitation, and releasing him could calm tensions. Whether true or not, that perception is now a political reality. But then, this is the most sensitive part of the whole conversation. The king also raised a comparison. He mentioned how Igbo, a separatist figure from the southwest, regained freedom. And to many in the southeast, this creates a perception of unequal treatment. Now listen carefully. In politics, perception can be more dangerous than facts. Because once a region believes that the system is not fair to us, that belief can fuel long-term instability, and Nigeria has seen this before. Let's go back to history, because they say a person who knows where he's coming from will know definitely where he's going to. In the 1960s, many political leaders ignored regional grievances. They treated this as isolated complaints, but those grievances grew until they exploded into the unfortunate Nigerian civil war. Today, analysts are afraid that a similar pattern might be brewing. Ignoring political grievances until they become security crises. That is why this confrontation is so serious. It happened in the north, where Boko Haram rose. It happened in the Niger Delta, where Niger Delta militancy rose. And then it keeps on repeating, and it has become a pattern. Now, what can the president actually do? Many people say the president should just go ahead and release Nnamdi Kanu. But constitutionally, that is not so simple. President Bola Tinubu has limited options. Number one, he can allow the court to continue their process, whether it's a charade or not, to continue. Number two, he can grant political pardon. Number three, he can negotiate a settlement. Number four, he can ignore pressure completely and go on living as if nothing happened. But every option has consequences, because this issue is no longer just legal, it is deeply political. But here is the bigger national question. This confrontation forces Nigerians to ask, is Nigeria good at resolving political grievances? Or do we always wait until they become crises Because history has shown that we are reactionary in this country. That when grievances are ignored, militancy rises, separatist movements grow, national unity weakens. And that is a real danger here. This moment was not just about one man. It was about a deeper question. Can Nigeria listen to its regions before tensions turn into conflicts? Because when kings begin to speak publicly, it means ordinary voices are no longer being heard. This was not just a king confronting a president. It was a warning signal from a region to a nation. And how Nigeria responds may shape its future for decades. Wise people say, a stitch in time saves nine. The question then be, I will ask you who are listening to me, should political situation be used in cases like this? Or should the president just ignore it and keep on moving as if nothing is happening, as it is what is used to be done in the past? Comment below and tell me your opinion. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.